Let's say you're 18 years old, you just got out of high school. What would you recommend them do to like figure out what they want to do? Because I know it's like crazy, like, your parents are like telling you to do this, but you want to do this, but you're not sure yet. What would you recommend to that, 18-year-old?
Look into a field of study that you're already interested in. Don't pick up something that your parents told you to pick up, like law school, for example, just because it sounds good. Same thing for being a doctor. I went to school with a bunch of friends who thought they were going to be in these different places, but it was purely based off of the motivation of their parents wanting them to get there. They weren't genuinely interested in what they were doing, and they struggled in it because with stuff like biology and chemistry, I think you have to have an interest in those things to do well at them. And this goes for everybody. It shouldn't just start at 18. I always thought it was crazy that your senior year in high school, you have to know exactly what you want, and you haven't really thought about it throughout your high school career. I think it should start mainly your freshman year. You should start exploring and start just shadowing people who are in professions that you may be interested in. That would be, obviously we can't go back in time, but that's just the mindset thing that I want to give everyone. But then if you're 18 and you still don't really know what you want to do, you shouldn't feel pressured to get into something right away. I would say if you don't want to go to college, that's fine. Go to trade school, get you a trade, learn how to weld, learn how to be a plumber, learn how to do something that still will pay you a lot of money while you work on learning what it is that you want to do. And if you want to stay in that trade, that's perfectly fine too. There's a lot of things you can do in this world. And I think the school system, as well as parents, have led to a lot of closed minds when it comes to careers and how to make a lot of money and doing things like that. Because college comes with a lot of debt. If you go to trade school, your net worth is technically going to be higher than someone who spent like all their time in school getting, say, their master's, and then they graduate and get like an 80 grand a year job. You could be making 80 grand or more with a trade. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, and that's what they don't understand. I would say the biggest focus should be get into something, even if it's part-time work. I don't care if you're working at McDonald's. Work, make money, so your parents aren't like giving you crap for not making any money. While you're doing that, start thinking about what you're interested in and what you want to do. And then just keep building on that and think about it every single day. Don't get into the comfort part of it where you're staying with your parents, you're going to McDonald's every day to work, and then you're coming back and then you're just relaxing and playing the game when you get home. Your 20s and 18 to your 20s, I would say, that's the time where you really need to think about your future. You really need to grind. You really need to understand yourself. And the more self-aware you are and the more you know yourself, the more things you know you're interested in. Do you want to be a manager? Do you want to be a business owner? Do you want to be an accountant? Start thinking about those things, and the more you think about it, the more you'll start seeing things that catch your attention. The more you'll start having the probability of meeting accountants or people who are in those fields, just because like that's just how it works. It's just like when you're interested in a car, right? You're looking at a car to buy, and you've never really noticed it before, but now every time you're on the road, you see that car that you want. It's like that when you start thinking about what career path you want to take.